As the War of Realm rages on, the line of ascension for the Asgardian throne must be protected at all costs. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Journey into Mystery issue number 2 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alright then, so at the end of the previous issue, we had discovered that Ares, the god of war, was actually seemingly working for Malekith and his evil forces as they assailed Earth. But why, you might be asking? He's a hero, most of the time anyway. Well, it would seem that when all the fighting started on Earth, Ares, along with Captain Britain and a bunch of the other UK heroes, decided to come stateside to help fight the good fight. They were all royally trounced. And, I mean, it didn't start here, because if you read War of Realms issue number 3, it looks like Captain Britain and his team went back to their homeland only to get beaten up again by Malekith, but that's neither here nor there. You see, now Ares was the last one left standing, and Sindir, the daughter of Sutar and Queen of the Fire Realm, could see, well, for the lack of a better word, the fire in this guy's eyes, and made him a little deal. That if he was willing to work for her and steal the Asgardian baby, then in return she would give him what he wants most, a truly heroic warrior's death so he can be reunited with his son Phobos. I mean, I guess if he really wanted a warrior's death, he could have just kept fighting here, but hey, we wouldn't have gotten a story out of it, would we have? Now, that answers that question, and that's good, but this issue also does something kind of strange, and instead of moving forward in time, it actually doubles back to where this motley crew led by Kate Bishop and Miles Morales were before their showdown with Ares. You see, they're looking for a safe place to hunker down and protect this heir to the throne. The only problem is nowhere on Earth is exactly safe anymore. Malekith and his evil Norse forces are carving up the Earth for themselves. You got dark elves in Europe, trolls in Australia, and ice giants all across North America. Also, because Kate Bishop is the only one who can actually drive, they're all gonna have to stop for the night so she can recharge her batteries and they can think of a plan of attack in the morning. They decide to pull off to a quaint little RV commune where they discover that it's not actually the War of Realms that might be their biggest problem right now. Instead, it is the dreaded having to change a baby dilemma. It's also here that the McELROYS would seek to imply that Asgardian poop is actually worse than regular poop, which, you know what, hey, that's canon now, you can't take that away, that's been stated. While staying at the camp, the superheroes make friends with a bunch of lovable elderly rubber tramps. That's people who drive around in RVs, for those who don't know. These golden oldies are in their own little world. They've been living off the grid for so long they had no idea there was another cataclysmic Marvel event going on, and they likes it better that way. Now the heroes get invited to a sing-along later that night, and I mean, hey, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. It's at this party, though, the veneer of these people ends up dropping, and we realize they're not people at all, they're actually Skrulls. But not just any Skrulls, these are some old-ass Skrulls. They've been living on Earth ever since the original Secret Invasion storyline. They didn't want anything to do with what the Queen was planning, instead they just wanted to live in peace, a peace that they care so deeply about they're willing to kill our heroes to keep their secrets, so, you know, maybe not that peaceful. The fight itself is rough. The Skrulls are able to keep our heroes on their feet by continuing to change form. We also see that their reference pool is pretty shallow as they decide to turn into Andre the Giant and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Two not but hilarious results, obviously. Now, how does a brawl like this end up being resolved? Well, shockingly, it's the baby who actually comes on in with the save. It seems that she might actually possess some sort of power to influence people. And once Deathlock V2 brings her into the battlefield, the fight stops, and indeed the comic comes to a close too at that point. And so that was Journey into Mystery issue number 2, everybody, and well, I definitely enjoy the fact that this story is using the War of Realms really more as a jumping off point to tell a story with some interesting characters that don't normally get the spotlight. It's hard to deny that this particular issue here really kind of felt like a detour, both literally and figuratively. The jumps in time, I imagine, are gonna throw a lot of people, considering that it ended on such a big cliffhanger only to kind of pull back in this issue. I will note it's pretty fascinating, post-Captain Marvel movie, how Marvel Comics' approach to Skrulls are changing. Long gone are the days of the Skrull kill crew. Between these golden oldie Skrulls and the ones from We Are the Skrulls, they are kind of becoming kinder and gentler, and I just thought that was kind of interesting. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this issue a 7 out of 10. It's fun. It's charming, but maybe not as much as the first issue was. I'm definitely going to stick with this series, though, because it feels like it could go anywhere from here.
Hey there everyone, it's Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos available from my channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're feeling in a supportive mood, why not check out my Patreon page. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. And, oh yeah, the jacket, was a gift actually. Someone bought it for me off my Amazon wish list, which I also have, and you can also find linked down in the description. Didn't think anyone would actually buy me a Slytherin jacket. Put it mostly on there for a laugh. But hey, it's the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter, so I figured might as well wear it, show it off, and thank the person who bought it for me. So until we meet again everyone, bye bye.